just had like the never-ending battle with my phone screen. It would not spin horizontal. It just kept flipping me into vertical. Anyway, so no one watching anyway. Let's see if we can get it into the holder without it freaking out. And from then on, we'll try and catch a fish. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, so it's just popping out. Okay. We're not off to a good start. Is that actually locked in? I think it is. But we'll give it a crack. Whatever. Not even a... live stream. Hello. Oh, we got some people watching. All right. Is that on? I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll give it a crack because we've had a little bit of a technical issue. But there's some people jumping on now. Hey, you go. I hope no one heard me swearing and carrying on before because I had to keep killing the live stream. So if you did tune into the earlier 2 live streams that freaked out on me and kept locking vertically, I'm sorry for the my normal no swearing rule was out the window for a split second, but I don't think anyone caught it anyway. So good morning from Belgium, Switzerland, Florida, everywhere. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a while since I've done a live stream, so hopefully I can still remember how to do it. Okay, let's not lock that. Okay. Hopefully my mount stays. I've got that new what do you call it? Hang on, just concentrating on too much. Terrible streamer. Tell me about it. But there's not many other streamers out there doing it on a kayak after launching through the surf, so it's as good as it's gonna get. Sorry, I've had a bit of a flu, so if you're wondering why I'm coughing and spluttering a bit, that's why. Hey, from Toowoomba in hospital. Oh, mate, I hope you're getting better or you're on the mend in some form. Hey, Patrick, how you going? I'll probably hit the bed soon, but yeah, no, thanks for tuning in. All right, so what we're going to start doing is, oh, we've got a super chat straight off the bat. Thank you, KK. Need to get sponsors to install stronger 5G. Is it really bad? Is it the signal? Oh no, it looks all right on my screen. Hopefully it picks up a bit. Hi from Toronto, Canada. How you going? Algeria. That's a new one. Nice. Is your film winning yet? Well, hopefully. Thank you for everyone that jumped on so far. Surely we've made a dent. We got over 500 people saying they're in and they support it, so that was cool. Oh, it's a bait jumping just there. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and catch a snapper while we talk. Look at that. I must have cut that one down. Here we go. So we're going to put this guy on. Little gulp crazy legs. I usually have good luck with them. And we'll have that dangling out the back while we try and catch some bait. We are going to have a live bait out the back as well. Because you never know when there's tuna or something could hit it. Big stubby. I know, it started off as a full-size crazy legs, but I must have, sometimes when I break the tops, I'll just bite them down and just try and get the most out of them as I can. But yeah, thanks everyone that did jump on so far for the film festival. We've still got one more week, I think till the 7th of September before that wraps up. Look, I don't know how I'm going, and you never really know. But like, thank you so much. So a lot of people jumped on, like over 500 comments, and generally everyone said they're in. So I can't, look, who knows what other people have, what tricks they've got up their sleeve in regards of followings and what they can muster. But I'd like to think that we made a pretty good dent in it. So thank you everyone for jumping on. It's about as good as I can do, really, like without literally, I don't know, without doing something drastic. I don't know what else I could do. So let's just pop this out the back and we'll go and try and find a bait school. So cast it out, or maybe not too far because it'll be shallow. But let's loosen it up just in case we go in. Alright. So, little bait school. The surf is not up too much. So we should be able to edge closer over here. I know there's some beam some bonito around as well. Okay, mine sincerely was the best. So we're talking about film festival stuff, obviously. Look, I thought I did an alright job. You know, you never know. You never know. That's all I can say at this stage. But yeah, I really do hope I do well. Someone was saying, please don't become a sellout if I do win. And I think my reply was, if you mean by selling out, paying off my credit card bills and like fixing like the leaking shower lining in our bathroom to stop it from leaking into our linen cupboard, then I was like, then I'm going to be selling out big time. But I can't imagine anything's going to change, so don't worry about that, guys. But it would be nice to get the win and be debt free for a while. That'd be very, very, very cool. So apart from that, I don't have any other big plans. Apart from, I'd love to be able to. So a lot of people have been asking if I would do a trip. I'd love to do a bigger trip somewhere, like maybe love to get back to back over to the US and do that US trip properly that I didn't quite get done last time. The water is very green, but it's also pretty clear. I swear I could see the bottom then. Yeah, we need a nice bait score. We'll take any bait we can. So I don't care if it's a pomfret. How you going, mate? Yeah, good. How you going? When you come back to NZ? Well, I did just do a trip with Joe Wiles, which was nice. It's good to meet him in person. I've met him, you know, online a fair bit, and we chat a fair bit. But it was nice to meet him in person and actually do a trip together, which was really cool. But yeah, no, look, I'd love to go back. My wife's family is over from New Zealand as well, so we've got family over there we could go and stay with and visit too. See if this is bait here. It's definitely something. Lines look a bit bigger than just normal bait though. Hello from Washington, hello. Oh, got something. Let's see what we got. Please be the right kind of bait. Oh, whoa, big bait. Oh, that's a slimy mackerel. That's the best bait. Oh, that's a good start. It's a very good start. All right, we'll drop down again on that. Oh, hang on. We're hooked up, but in the wrong kind of way. They look like they're hitting mid-water. There's a sort of a good bait. I'll try and get you off there and show you what's going on in a sec, but oh, that's one good bait, yeah. So what would you call them? Here we call them slimy mackerel, but I know they're known for other names everywhere else. Could just be like blue mackerel, is it? Or another kind of mackerel. Oh, here we go, we're on something. It'd be good if we could load up on a few of these. Oh, we got a mixed bag here. We got two yakkers mixed in with one pomfret. We'll let the pomfret go, but we'll keep the yakkers. See, kind of the second best bait you can get around here. So, I don't want to drop him, but that's a yakker. Whoop. Not so different to say, sort of look a little bit like your goggle eyes. And if this is an eastern pomfret, we don't really want him, so he can go back in. And here's a yakker again as well, so, all right. Well, here comes a boat. Hopefully we don't get run over. All right. We might go back on that spot. We'll just get this plastic out of the water for a sec. We've got a bit of tip right there, but that's all right. All right. Yakka's edible. Yeah, for sure. Like, people do eat them. Not so different to say like a bit like a trevally style taste, sort of firmer flesh. But still, yeah, definitely. And people definitely love eating the mackerel all around the world. Oh, I missed, what's that? Gretchen, thank you. And was there a question under there? It doesn't have the question. That's a weird way to lay it out. They've changed the layout of Super Chat. So then if I hit it, it doesn't actually show me what you've written. Okay. Maybe if I scroll back, here we go. Here we go. Your video was the best. It was about fishing and your love for the sport. The junk lures were amazing, especially when the lure... Yeah, no, thank you. No, look. Yeah, well, we'll report back soon on that. Oh, here we go. So I was just concentrating on trying to get one or two more baits and then we'll head out. The aim really was to concentrate on... we've got a weird tip going on. Oh, and that's why we use the seal reels, because it's right under the water. Yeah, the aim really was to try and go for snapper today, but there has definitely been longtail still getting around. Oh, look at that. Well, that's a big slimy, but we've also stuck the hook right in our finger. Hey. All right. I think he just popped off. That was handy. Drop it on this side. That was a big slimy. He's maybe too big to use as bait. Well, there's no such thing really, but... Well, we'll take him home. We could eat him, or we could keep him as a troll bait. Oh, we lost one. And we got another yakka. But I reckon we just get straight out there and try and catch the snapper, because the goal really was snapper on plastics. I haven't really put a solid plastics snapper session in as yet, apart from, say, I think on the kite comp out of North Australia, I did sort of put a little bit of time into soft plastics, but we were still sort of fishing for those tuna and Spanish. So I wouldn't exactly say I put a hardcore session in. Look at that. Look at this mackerel. If not now, he'll definitely turn into a very impressive troll bait at some point, or even maybe a meal. That's getting up to a nice size, look at that. Yeah, we'll pop him back in. Big slimy. But what we'll do is we'll put let's put the smaller slimy out, because if anything's gonna get walloped, it's him. Oh, almost. So we'll put him in the crutch. And we might just head on out, see if something grabs him. Hopefully not a shark. So we just got our standard wire rig. So we're going to put in just a literally single strand wire to a treble. That's what we're running with. Oh, is that what a Xander is? I saw Field Days put I think it was on Instagram or something. All right, we're literally just going to go through the back, just like that. Just like that. And we're going to let him run around. I was wondering what they were. Yeah, like whether he was talking about a fish, or I thought he might have even been doing a collab with is it Xander? Or was that? Oh no, someone else. I don't know. I was like, is that a collab? I couldn't work out what it was. So they're the mackerel. Is that what you call them over there? Yeah, cool. Okay, we don't want to let too much line out here. We'll go to the orange. Well, not quite actually. Oh, jeez. We'll definitely loosen that drag up though. Alright, so we're fishing. Can you see that rod? You can, yeah, cool. Alright, so we'll just slowly make our way out and start dropping plastic, I think. Let's get this guy in the water a bit. I can hear a whale around here somewhere. There's definitely been a lot of whale action. Okay, now we're fishing properly. You need an Insta360 camera. Oh, so there's a whale right there. I don't know if you can see, if I turn this way, oh, you can see him just in the background. So he's pretty close. I've got, yeah, you know, like in that film festival, that 360 camera is what I was using to get that shot. So I've had a 360 camera for a while and it does a good job, but I don't know, live stream wise, it'd be interesting to get it going on because then you guys could look around. But then I don't think live stream 360 live stream really took off very well. A lot of people don't really kind of get into it and start scrolling around the screen. It would be cool in some ways to do it. Your video was authentic. Cheers. Thank you, Panda Bear. So we're coming up to some people here, so I might not be quite as vocal all of a sudden in a sec. Let me get over to my spot that has a little bit more space, because otherwise just some big loudmouth on the ocean when I'm doing this. But I noticed my side scan is freaked out again and not working. So that's a bit annoying, but that's alright, we'll just use regular sonar. If I flip you around, morning, tie lines, cheers, thank you. Is that, yeah, so if I flip you around the right point, so you can see there's people on the water just in front of me. There's quite a few actually. A couple of kayaks and a couple of boats. Flip you back this way. Okay, what we'll do is we'll head out to our spot. We won't go too fast because we've got to get that slimy to come along with us. It's your stream, their opinion doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, but no, you mean the people on the water. No, but they're out here to enjoy their morning. They don't want some loud dude just rocking up next to them and talking to himself, basically. Alright. But we'll slowly head over to some slightly deeper spots. Right now we're only in we're in 21 meters of water actually. So that's about right, but this is not where I want to be. No, not fish on yet. You'll know when it's on. It'll start screaming. I am at Kingy today, yeah. Haven't been to Kingy for ages. First whale wipeout live online. I know, far out. They're not shy at the moment. There's so many whales getting around. Alright. Let's start looking for some marks. We're not quite at where I want to be yet, but doesn't look so bad. Might as well drop on it. Give a practice one. It's nice to get a practice one in. So what I'll do is that'll help me get the depth range on my coloured braid. And just loosen the line up a bit. So So it flows down. It's weird. Looks like it was stopping for a sec. Oh no, here it goes. I can see it going down on the sounder, which is always nice. So then I know exactly if I'm getting to the bottom or not. Now we're getting down to the last 5 meters. Okay, so literally after the green and as soon as we hit the orange is about the 23 meter mark. Give it a couple of bounces. And then we just burn it back up and then we'll repeat that process when we hit some proper marks. Hello, on vacation, what's that? In Frankfurt. I've been to Frankfurt Airport and had a walk around the city. big big transfer. What do you call it? Like a layover. Had to wait there like I think well over 10 hours, I think. You were allowed out of the airport, but there wasn't a whole lot to do outside the airport, if I remember correctly. Alright. We're getting pushed out this way. There is a little bit of a breeze, but it's meant the wind is meant to pick up quite seriously in a couple of hours. Hopefully it doesn't hit too soon and we get this live stream done and we get a couple of fish. Okay, but the wind's slowly pushing me this way, but it shouldn't be long before we start seeing some really good marks. Oh, well, he's right there. I'll see if I can turn towards him and show you with the front facing camera. He should cross in front of me by the looks of things. Sorry, if you're wondering why I keep doing that, I'm wiping my hand so I can touch the screen. Yeah, I'll flip around and see if you can see. Hey Mark, how you going? She says hello. Hello, Mrs. Reeves, or Miss Reeves, sorry. Alright, see if we can get a good whale shot. He should be somewhere in front of me, depending on how fast he's going. Come on. How many have we got watching? 439, sweet. Oh yeah, hit the like button, guys. If you hit the like button, it'll very quickly, like I know I say this every live stream, but with live stream, it's immediate. So if you hit the like button, YouTube goes, oh, hey, this is hot. We should feed this out to another 100 people. So hit that like button, and when that goes up, the live stream will get fed out to heaps more, like immediately. It's like really instant with live stream, so it makes a big difference. Miss the Subaru. I miss the Subaru sometimes too. Where's this whale gone? Is it disappeared? It's underwater somewhere. Yeah, we'll turn back out. But yeah, no, look, I've got to admit, I love having the four-wheel drive and the space. It makes a big difference when it's sleeping in the car and just getting around and being able to tow things properly. So, like, I don't regret getting rid of the Subaru, but I got to admit, I do miss being able to sort of zip around in a nice, small, like, little turbo car. So, yeah, I guess that's the trade-off, isn't it? But, yeah. Let's just turn this side scan off altogether because it's just taking up space. Alright, catch and cook. I don't know how I'd go about doing the catch and cook on the kayak. On the boat, that's very possible if we did a catch and cook on the live stream. In fact, I think I tried to do that last time, didn't I? But I don't know what happened. Did I not catch a fish as usual? Alright. We're coming up to where I would call, like, yeah, a good spot. So, we should start to see some marks and we'll drop on some snapper. Hopefully we can get some snapper action. Okay, our bait's still hanging around. Thoughts on a collab with the likes of Briggsy Cavvy Fishing? Well, you're in luck, mate, because if I get my act together and somehow do this editing, which I keep avoiding, because it just, the film festival and just family life and just being sick recently has been really full on. But if you like Joe Wiles and you like Briggsy and John Molossi as well, one of the Molossi boys, then you're in luck because that's the next set of videos. Unfortunately, I do get pretty sick during the middle of the trip, so it's probably not my best trip ever, but we do give it a crack and we go out to the islands together, so that's coming. And I'd fish with Covey. I haven't fished with Covey before, but yeah, for sure. Outer Boys, is your family with the Outer Boys? Oh, I missed that, sorry. Oh, you mean Outdoor Boys? Geez, that'd be one hell of a collab. make or break my channel, huh? I used to watch them when they used to have like catfish and carp. And now their channel is just out of this world now, isn't it? Jeez, I tell you what. Hey Paul, how you going? Jet Cast Fishing? Might be some Spanish there. I hope so, mate. We've got a live mackerel out, live slimy. All right, we're getting up to some marks now. Surely we're going to see some action on the sounder right now. So let's just drop down on these. Need a bit more drag. Just put a back pedal in there just to stay on this mark. No current by the feeling of it. So if we're really lucky, we'll just see it fly off in a second. Oh, he got off. Damn. He might have ripped the plastic off then. He might not have got the hook. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was a good take as well. Let's just burn it in, see what we're left with. That snapper hit big time. Okay, we still got our plastic. No, it doesn't even look like teethy marks. That was a proper hit though. Yeah. What we'll do is we'll get back on our mark. We might turn around a little bit as well. Damn, that was good. Okay, there's definitely more marks here, so we should be on here if we can just get down amongst it. Just gotta make sure we don't get stuck on my livey. Oh, more whales. Okay. Hey, was it? No fox given. Welcome. Okay. longer. I'm just going to try and backpedal a little and just stay on this mark. It's a weird mark though. It's sort of solid, but sort of just maybe 4 or 5 meters off the bottom, which can be good. It could be a bunch of snapper, but it's sort of pretty singular, just one line. Not like a school of fish, just like one fish. Okay, we're in 24 meters of water. We're on the orange. Let's go back, let's get back on those marks a bit better. Would have thought we would get one there. Oh, we'll go back, sorry, I missed a few there. We got FGF Food, $20, thank you. Can't wait to when you cook, what was it? Can't wait to when you let me cook for you. Oh man, I know we've talked about that before, haven't we? We'll have to tee it up at some point, mate. It's always hard with meeting up with people. Sometimes it just works out and it just goes off perfect, and other times I don't know. I just tend to avoid meeting up with people. One was come to Australia from the US. Where is the best fishing? Well, I get that's a very arguable kind of point. It really depends on the type of fish you're after as well. Like, you could argue that somewhere where I live, like the Gold Coast, is pretty good fishing. And you get a nice sort of mix. Even from, say, Coffs Harbour up to here, you get a nice mix of winter and summer. You know, you'll get your mackerel and your big pelagics during summer. But you also get a nice mix of snapper and things like that. Whereas if you go a bit further up, sometimes you get a little less of those wintry style species, or those southern species, I guess is a better way to sort of say it. But honestly, there's pretty good options in most places. Bummed I missed that first one. It would have been nice to get the monkey off my back, eh? Live stream, eh? It's always a challenge. We'll get one. I'm still confident today. We've got a slimy out the back. And we've had a nice little hit already, which I'd almost guarantee was a snapper. We've only just started, so yeah, we should do all right. What's that? Do I use Maddle? Sorry, I'm not sure what that is. Yeah. Do you see a shark there? Oh, we see sharks all the time, but yeah. Mad Eye. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, see sharks here and there. Usually they're just doing their own thing, or they're chasing like the fish you're catching, or there's something like that. They're sort of really big great white recently, I think, or not really big, like 4 meters plus, just a bit further up the coast recently. So that was exciting. I saw that on the news. Well, I saw it on Facebook or something. I don't really watch the news these days. Sup, bro, from Florida. How you going? Yeah, no, it would be cool to get back to the US and try and do that trip that I didn't quite manage to do. Yeah, the whole Stabicraft side of things fell through in the end. But it would be great, yeah, to get over there and do it properly, get all those sort of iconic fish. Is it a type of lure to catch? Oh, okay, yeah, right. Link up with Mav. Yeah, well, when I was over there last time, I was meant to meet up with Mav, and like I had tickets booked and everything. But then literally the whole Stabicraft side of it fell through, and then I booked a ticket to go straight to Minnesota and link up with Mav, and then literally 2 days before I was going to go, he got COVID. So him and his assistant, I think, got sick, and then we had to pull the pin, so it all sort of fell through, unfortunately, which is a bit of a bummer. But we came close. But we'll give it another crack when we get a chance. Yeah, well, I guess whatever it was, like obviously you did the test and found out that's what it was, but you know, I liken it to, you know, getting just a really bad flu now. So he got the flu, he got sick, yeah, and so we couldn't do it, which was a bit of a bummer because yeah, lost the money for the flight, but then I had to change as well, and luckily my mate down in Florida came to the party and helped me out. So Eric and Freddie were legends and sort of got me on some kayaks, and we did a couple cool things down to the Keys. So that was cool, but it wasn't quite, we had a lot more planned that was meant to happen. We didn't quite manage to get it going on. But we're on a big patch of bait right now. Not necessarily good for a snapper, but could be a big snapper mixed in, so we'll drop it down. See if we can, oh! We got a hit. Oh. Let's just get this in. I'm getting towed backwards. Oh, I think we actually got him on. Something's taken it. I don't want to tighten the drag yet. He's just come up. Got something. No big run. You know what it is? Okay, yeah. I'll take him though. It's a bonito. That's a beautiful sashimi fish. I haven't had a bonito for ages. So not a monster, but that's a beautiful little fish. It's definitely bigger. Oh. Unless of course I drop him in and lose him, but let's try that again. Too busy holding him up for camera. Yay! Yeah! It's a bit of a consolation prize. It wasn't really Jeez, making a mess of this, isn't he? Jeez, hey, chill. Sorry, just looped around everything. We'll use the pliers though. Jeez. Okay. Now, I might just quickly Sorry, one sec. But we'll just let him bleed out for a sec. It's not going to look quite as hot on camera as it should. But yeah, there we go. That's a good eater. So delicious. Always good to eat them quickly. Oh Jesus, yeah, we've made a bit of a mess in the hatch here, but that's all right. But yeah, no, look, I wasn't expecting a bonito to hit that slimy. It's definitely eyes bigger than his stomach, but that's a nice little sort of bycatch. I know that the bonito have been around at the moment. People have just been trolling around with little hard bodies and little metals and doing really well on them. If you get 2 or 3 of them, like that one fish, that'll be enough to have a nice dinner, the family. Great sashimi. And then, yeah, my wire tracer's not looking too flush, but that's all right. We'll reuse that. Just straighten out a bit. We'll put another one back on. But yeah, no, that's sweet. That's why I didn't sort of have much go, because they don't. Yeah, the old bonito at that size on a setup like that setup's, you know, really made for tuna and something a bit bigger. But yeah, no, perfect. Oh well, it's nice to get a fish in. Live stream curse lifted, exactly. Always nice to get one on the board, and then we can go for a bit more of a targeted species. If I can grab this slowly. Wait, got it. Gotta be quick. So we'll put the yakka on next. I'm sorry, mate. It's not your lucky day. Oh! Almost cut away. So we'll have him dangling out the back. Then we'll continue the snapper hunt. Alright, we're on the board though. We've got a good meal. That's a big deal. But yeah, let's just try and get one of these snapper we're talking about. And we better put a bit of distance in between me and the live bait. Nice amount of drag pressure, not too much. Tuna's next. Yeah, well, I did see, it was at Blake, that kayak fisher. I saw him showing off some photos of a nice longtail, so they're still around. But yeah, longtail, Spanish. It's definitely still been a few Spanish getting around as well. Nice in winter. And that water, the water feels warm today. Oh, it's reading only not 20 degrees. Maybe it's just the air temperature's just throwing me out a bit. Alright, snapper marks. Snapper marks. That's what we want. Right, when's the episode with a fan happening? Ooh. Well, I guess that falls into the same category as what If Yeah Food was saying. It's not that I don't do it, it's just it's always hard to do it with fans, and even I noticed. Yeah, let's drop on that for sure. It's not that I don't like, you know what I mean? Like even at AFTA's a good example. I met heaps of people at AFTA. It's amazing to sort of meet people, and it's always bizarre that I even have a fan. But I tend to not sort of take people up on the offer. I don't know. I don't do as good a video a lot of the time when I'm with people. I tend to talk to the people and not to the camera. And it just never seems to, I don't know. Like, yeah, like a lot of people do it. Like I've seen even guys doing like dedicated trips with fans now and stuff like that as a good way to sort of, one, you get to do a trip with people. But two, they also, you know, organise a trip and like, have like a full spread and maybe a camping experience and things like that. So it's good for everyone. Everyone sort of gets a pretty cool experience out of it. That just hit the bottom and nothing went on then. You can see it just goes slack. Geez, the water's, there's no current. And the wind has died down for now, which is nice. It's nice to drop plastics in this kind of weather, as long as the fish are biting. Love the film, man. Oh yeah, hit me in the feels. Cheers, thank you so much, mate. Yeah. What's that? Hey, Ro. What was your second favourite? Look, I liked a few of them. Like, Drift was good. I think Drift might not have as much appeal to a non-hardcore fisherman, but I liked it. Yeah. I've chased cod before, and I know how damn hard it can be. I did like what's the name? Coffee breaks. Geez, Western Australia just looks so good that got me excited. And I did like, what's the name? Sarah and Keelan's one was good. In regards of the, like, just those, how good is the fishing over in WA for starters? It looks amazing. I know it's like everywhere, you know what I mean? It's not always on everywhere, but geez, they get some good fish over there, don't they? I thought Sarah and Keelan's one was definitely entertaining. Like, it was definitely had some good laughs and stuff. I enjoyed it. So, those ones would probably be up the top there. Yeah, no, the camera work, like, you could see the difference in the quality of Drift in that regards was fantastic, wasn't it? But, yeah. It'll be interesting to see whether we can, how we go against it all. I really do want to win though, geez, I tell you. Okay, what are we in? 26. Come on, there's got to be a snapper down here. Let it dangle for a second, see if we can get some little nibs. No love. You'd be surprised if we can get like a little bit of a bonito hit on the when we're burning it back up. The other rod twitch, did it? Yeah, it's got a live bait on it, so. You reckon it's gotten smoked? Yeah, once we put a bit of pressure on it when I move, we'll be able to tell if it's still there. It's a tough call, actually. Wait till we get a bit further forward. I reckon he might have got smoked. Doesn't feel like he's there anymore. We'll wind it in and check, hey? You might be right. He's gone. Alright, put another one on. Thanks for keeping an eye on it for me. That's it. No matter the outcome of the film festival, you have to do it again. I don't think I would do the film festival again. It's it takes so much work. Like, my channel has been really quiet because I haven't been uploading as consistently. Like, geez, it's a lot of work. And especially because I do all the editing and all the filming myself. Like, I wouldn't have to do it myself, I guess, but yeah, no, it's a big ask. I don't think, yeah, I'd have to put some very serious thought into it. Okay. I definitely wanted to do it at least once more because I had sort of something to prove because that first effort just wasn't good enough. Just didn't get the trip I needed, and I didn't quite get the shots even. Now that I had a bit more experience and could just see what I really wanted to get done, it definitely made it interesting to have another crack at it and get my director's hat on a little bit better. So it was a really cool experience. I'm so glad I did it, and I'm so glad the trip went well and I got sort of the shots and everything that I wanted to do. But whether I'd sign up again for next year, I do not know. Yeah, I'd have to put some serious thought into it. Jared, hey, how you going, man? What does that say? Are you using lures today? I did get that unexpected bonito just then on the live bait, but I guess that's expected. But I'd like to get one on I'm using just some soft plastics for the snapper. We missed a little hit early on, but we haven't had another one actually, so I'm sort of skirting around the area here. Don't want to go too close to all these boats. Hello from Missouri. Hey. How's it going? CC. 2-stream day. No, the first couple I was getting angry at because it wouldn't rotate the screen. It kept locking it in vertical, and I didn't like vertical. But let's loosen that up. Yeah, I didn't even hear that hit before, did I? Twitching bait, yeah. Nah. Well, when you first put them in, they're usually pretty frisky. And then he'll settle down a bit, and then if something else comes and harasses him, then he'll get frisky again. Alright, so the riser's right here. Everyone's sort of sitting on it. I can't quite get too close, especially doing live stream, but we'll sneak in a little bit. I'll flip you around so you can see. So you can see there's a few boats out. So I don't want to be too rude and get too close, especially when I'm talking my head off. What did you name the dog? Our dog's name's Red, because he's a red dog. Real original, but yeah, no, we liked it, and he's a legend. He's actually turning out to be a great dog. He's pretty cool. Bait gone? No, just put it on. No, I'd say he's there. Well, if he is gone, I'll check him soon. Hello from Texas. How you going? We'll be at work sending me... Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, look, yeah. See if you can get a chance to fish here. Be cool to get sent over for work. And then sneak in a bit of fishing. What happened to the sailboat? Oh, okay. Well, I've still got the sailboat. I'll talk about that in a sec. I'll get back to that. Yeah, let's just do this rise. It's coming up to 15 meters here. See, now you're psyching me out about this bait. Let's quickly check that first while we go over this rise. I think he's still there. Or is he? No, maybe he's gone as well. He got off. Gone. Geez, that was a quick one, wasn't it? Maybe he just flicked himself off. Who knows? We've only got one yakka left, and then we've only got that big mackerel. Alright, put him on. Let's see. Yeah, the bonnies must be getting around, just swiping them off. That was quick, that one, wasn't it? And the bonnies, they're not that big, so they got less chance of hooking up on this treble. But we'll see. Alright, he's going out. Let's just see. So you guys have done a good job of keeping your eye on it. Let me know if I miss it again. Let's try that again. Ooh, post box roulette. What does it say? Long time watcher. We're a small podcast based in Brisbane. We're relaunching adjusted format. Yeah, look, get in contact through Instagram maybe, and I'll check it out and we'll chat. Instagram's probably the best way to do it. I don't know if there's an easy way to do it through YouTube, because it's sort of hard to send a direct message. But yeah, check it. We can chat on Instagram. DM me. Cheap jet ski in the fleet? No. Why would I want a jet ski when I got a boat? I don't know. Jet ski would be cool getting through the surf though, wouldn't it? But yeah, look, more crafts is more craft, isn't it? Yeah. So look, I'm not completely against jet ski. It's just, that standard boat and kayak and jet ski rivalry. Slowly just drifting down past this. There's the rise. We went over the rise. Didn't look overly lively, but we will slowly sort of head down here. And we're just still looking for snapper marks. We got a bit distracted. Get that orange Stabicraft, mate. I would love to. The more I look at that boat, it would be a very cool boat to use, because of that front access. That was actually the boat, the Trekker. That boat, that model is the boat that I was meant to be doing the road trip in the US on. So I was meant to pick up that boat in Florida, down at Tampa Bay, and I was meant to drive it all the way back up to the factory in Seattle, or higher than Seattle, at the very top before we hit Canada. And unfortunately they pulled the pin at the last minute on me, which was a bit disappointing. But that's the boat that I was meant to be doing that trip on, and because it was just brand new and they wanted to show it off. And I honestly don't think there's many people out there that could show off that Stabicraft better than I could, even in Australia. So hopefully we can still get our hands on it somehow. But we'll see. But yeah, it would be really cool. And we did manage to, you'll see it in the next couple of episodes on the proper videos, but there, I did borrow a different Stabicraft and do a little trip in it. And now that I've seen the way the cabin's enclosed at the front, and a lot of the bigger boats, they will have this enclosed cabin up the front, but I love getting up the front of the boat, so I'm always pretty reluctant to sort of commit to a cabined boat. Great for punching through surf and through bad weather, but pretty crap for fishing out of and doing a lot of other things in some other ways. Well, not crap, that's bad, but I love to be able to access the front of the boat, right? And so the Trekker actually has that option to actually still be able to get up the front of the boat and walk through really easily. So for me, it seems like about right if I was going for a bigger boat. Yeah. Look, I love my blue Stabie. I love the 1450. It's unreal. Unreal for fishing in, and unreal for just launching by yourself and all of that. Yeah, let's concentrate for a second. But trust me, after 2 years of getting beat up in the on the run out, you do start to realise that there is a benefit to having a cabin or some kind of cover on your runs out. When you've got 80 k's to run out to the islands, in that whole 80 k's, you cop every spray and every wave in the face for 2 to 3 hours, then you quickly realise that having a bit of cover is not a bad thing. Now, I've learnt that over the last 2 years because I have literally been doing that. Some of the runs out, I don't show it sometimes to the islands, but it's literally every wave or every bit of chop, it sprays up and it hits the side of your face. And you know, I've done these trips where I get home and I've got like a red eye for a whole week. So you quickly realise that having a little bit of a cabin or some kind of cover is not such a bad thing, that's for sure. But the idea would be, right, now I don't know how I'd get this past the wife and the family and everything, but the idea would be not to get rid of the blue boat. The idea would have 2 boats. Well, 3 boats now, I guess. Plus a kayak, so more boats. Yeah, we wouldn't be getting. It's a work thing. We've got to have the boats. Okay, so yeah, the idea would not to be get rid of one, but would to have both. Yeah, that would be the ultimate. Okay, so the sailboat, I'll talk about it. That I've still got Misty. During the Christmas storms, there was some big storms over Christmas in our area, and she got like the front anchor actually got pushed. The whole boat was getting pushed down, and it got pushed down under the mooring or the boat, the wharf. So basically, what happened is, as the tide came up, and because the storms were so strong, it pushed the boat under, and it ripped the whole front of the bowsprit, is it? And then in the anchor, everything got just bent down, and then it ripped the front of the bollard up and off. So there was a fair bit of work to do in regards to fixing her up. So, but me and a mate, I ended up going halves with a mate in Misty, because I had a mate that wanted to learn to sail and enjoy it as well, and it made sense because then we could split costs, and so we're sharing the cost to make it more viable for me to keep her. But then that happened, so we worked together, me and Kev, my mate, we worked hard to get her back ship shape. So we've re-fiberglassed, we've put the bollards back in, we've done it all. I've filmed it all as well, but I just haven't had a chance to get it the proper trip that I need to sort of show it off. So we still have Misty. The reality is it's turned out to be a lot harder to get those trips in, just simply because it just takes so much time. Like, sailing takes a lot of time, and if you're rushing, it can get dangerous and things like that. And I've just got a young family, you know what I mean? So it's just been really hard to find a time to, like, the idea of me just committing, say, at least 3 weeks is what you really need to get out of the Broadwater, to get up past Fraser and to get up to the islands. And then there was obviously the issues of not having a mooring once you get up there. So you kind of have to be with the boat to anchor it up for any kind of long-term kind of anchorage. And then they won't let you in without full comprehensive into marinas. But to get full comprehensive, you kind of need a mooring or somewhere to leave the boat. So there's a whole stack of hoops to jump through. If you're living on the boat or you're with the boat all the time, it's easy because you're on the boat. You can anchor anywhere you want and you've got the freedom to do it, and it's fantastic. The idea is still solid, but with a young family, and I may have underestimated the time it would take to do. So the idea originally was to get the boat, sail it up to somewhere like Cairns, leave it at a marina or on a board mooring, but it's impossible to find moorings that people want to give up in Queensland because you have to put them in yourself. It's like they're family heirlooms, basically. They're impossible to get your hands on. Like, and then to go in a marina, yeah, you get the comprehensive insurance issue. But it's an idea for another time of my life, maybe. And I'm not whale behind me just there. I haven't given up on the idea completely, but it's just taking a little bit more, reworking than I thought it would. So, the idea originally was to sail up to the islands, leave it up at the islands somewhere, like on a mooring, and then just fly up. So then I could cut the 2 days drive out, fly up, and have like the little inflatable on there as well, and just do amazing island trips whenever I wanted, and the sailing boat would be waiting for me up there. But it's turned out almost impossible to find somewhere to leave it, unless I just want to risk it and just be hardcore and just sail it up there and anchor it. and just leave it. But that's fraught with danger. So that's a pretty risky idea. But you know, it's not completely impossible either. But yeah, no, so we're working on it, and I'm sorry I haven't like smashed out the sailing content. God knows YouTube wants me to. Every time I stop uploading, the sailing videos resurface. I've only done 5 or so, and every time I stop uploading, like 1 or 2 of them come straight back up to the top. But yeah, we'll work on that. But I'll keep you updated. I will do more videos on her, because I do love her, and even just so maybe up to North Stratty and up to Tangalooma and places like that are well within my sights. Still takes a day to get up there. Yeah, that bait's still there. Alright. Let's try and get back on some of these snap marks. Maybe we'll slowly troll this bait over the reef. We'll leave this plastic out just a little. We might get a bonito as we go over. There's quite a lot of baits sort of sitting on this section, boats sitting on this section. It's kind of, it's not exciting me to get in amongst it too much. So we'll try and find our own marks a bit further out. There definitely is some. Just got to find the right ones. Have I thought about a slightly older model as a Sabercraft? Well, I guess I could. But you know, if I have the opportunity somehow to get my hands on that new Trekker, I think that would be the boat that I'd be really trying to get. I guess there is always the option, like I pretty much, I own that blue Stabby now, so it's nice that I'm in the game in some form. I certainly am not in a position where I could go and buy a bigger, more expensive boat, so it'd have to be with the help of Sabercraft in some form. But we'll work on that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, really depends. Yeah, okay, the 60, yeah, okay. Yeah, because I had to go on the 1850, that's what we borrowed. And it was, yeah, it was nice for 4 people. We were loaded with gear and we got out there, no problems, it was good. But yeah, once again, I think that Trekker would be better for me in regards of, because you can just walk straight through the center and get up the front of the boat as well. So if I was gunning for any particular boat, but then you can still close it all in and get the protection when you're punching out. Am I going to get the 530? I don't know. What do you reckon? I'm thinking about it. I did get in contact with the guys, the Australian distributors at AKS, and we might talk about that at some point. I guess it makes sense to try the new one, doesn't it? Would be cool. I don't know. Yeah, I'd be interested to see how it handles in the surf. Whether the less rocker would be what I want. It's always nice to have a little bit more speed though, so a little bit more length could be good. What model Trekker? It'd be the new Trekker, like I think it's the 2050 is the one that that's the brand new model. Drop on this. Unfortunately, I think I'm off the mark here. Sort of only a little blip. And we're in or close to 30 meters water now, so it'll take a little bit hard. It'll be a little bit slow to get down, but you never know. Got to try something. So we'll have to get well into the orange here before we get serious. Hopefully it goes off. bottom without any love there. Was that 9 hours ahead? Yeah, what time is it here? About 7. Oh, I've got to watch. 7:26 here, isn't it? Shout out, Rod. Is that something fishing? Bantal fishing? How you going, mate? Oh, the $5. Yeah, how hard is that to convince? Like, thanks so much everyone that did do it, but it's always hard to convince. As soon as you mention some money in that film festival, it's like, oh, so many people are turned off it. And I get it. Like it's always a hard one to convince people to sort of jump on when money's involved. But yeah. Look, the way I kind of looked at it is if you've been a long time supporter of the channel, maybe you wouldn't mind doing it. Just like a lot of people were like, oh, $5 to the TFI or to BCF or something, that's not fair. But it's like, yeah, but forget them, just do it for me. Like in some regards, you know what I mean? Because and I guess, look, it's like subscribing to all those things, isn't it? Like Netflix and that, and you can only do it so much. But the beauty is you can cancel the subscription straight away. So pretty much, yeah, you chuck the money on, watch and vote, enjoy the videos. There's 10 videos. Plus, I think the old content was still there as well, I think, this year. So you can watch the past years if you want to watch some fishing videos and see what it was about. But then cancel your subscription. Like, definitely just cancel it. Yeah. So you get that 1 month to watch and then just cancel it and don't do it again. Yeah. But I get it. It's a hard one to sort of sell a lot of the time. But thank you for everyone that did do it, because it's pretty cool. Just keep in mind, guys, that our live stream is as much about the chat as catching monster fish, so so don't get cross, don't get discouraged if there's more chat. It's more like, I treat this like a live stream as such a good way just to catch up and talk about stuff. So I'd never be able to do this in a video. Like, you could never, like, it'd be just too boring, I guess, as well. But on live stream, you can literally just sit here and talk, like talking, say, about the sailboat, talking about current things that have been happening. It's pretty cool. So just keep that in mind, anyone watching. This is about chatting as much as fishing, but we will try and catch a fish too. Yeah, I'll have to head back up over the main part of the reef. He still feels like he's there. What would it take to get my hands on a few of the junk lures? Oh, jeez. There is one or two particular models, or there's one particular lure in there that really works so well that I'd love to maybe make a few more. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'd consider going into some kind of production to make them. I bet, geez, it would be cool to make, like, if you made, like, you might as well make a stack of them if you're making like 3. So yeah, something to consider. Yeah, there's a diving popper that really did. It worked amazing. It's the one that got the big fish in the end, but it also, like, I've fished it quite a bit now in other sort of on 2 or 3 trips now, and it's actually amazingly effective. Big smoke trail, big long sort of smoky trail behind it. It's a pretty cool lure to use, easy to use as well, because I'm not exactly an expert at, like, casting those big lures. So nice and easy for me to use. You kind of can't get it wrong. It's a little bit of sort of swimming action, but it's still a popper. Yeah, it's a good lure. drop on here. See if we can get some love on this rubble. What would I do with the winnings of the comp? Well, I think we touched on this very briefly before. Yeah, let me concentrate for a sec and then we'll... Oh, whales everywhere. How does that not go off there? Well, yeah, not like, I'd like to dedicate a little bit of the money to a trip, like whether it's the US trip or a New Zealand trip, or even a WA trip. I thought maybe there could be a good opportunity to get, like, do a big road trip over to Western Australia. So something that sort of paid back, like, you know, the guys that jumped on YouTube and try and do something special in regards to that. But also, like, you know, we've been slowly sort of accruing a bit of a credit card debt as well. Like, we want to pay all that off, and just also, yeah, definitely, I've spoken to Giddo many times now, and we definitely look at doing a trip together or something. But also we got stuff around the house. Like, this is going to sound really boring, but this is like, we got like this big leaking shower, the indoor shower. Like, we use an outdoor shower a lot now, even to avoid this problem, but the indoor shower has been like leaking. The inner kind of under the tiles has got a crack somewhere, or the seal like is not sealing properly, and it's letting water out, and it sort of slowly seeps back out into near our cupboards where the linen is. So probably fix that as well and things like that. So it doesn't sound exciting, but it's stuff that needs to be done around the house as well. So we divvy the money up and obviously spread it around somehow. But yeah, riveting. So exciting stuff, huh? Fixing the bathroom. But fixing the bathroom, we've got a family. That's a big deal, man. Like, we got to do that, and we've been putting it off for a long time. Did it get a hit? I'll check it in a sec. Bait gone, you reckon? Oh, we had a little take then, but that could have just been the bottom, getting stuck on the bottom. Yeah, we'll check the other bait. Not a cheap fix. Yeah, well, this is it. Like, I've only put it off for like 5 years or something. Guess I could rip it all up myself. It's possible. It's not completely... No, this guy's still here, I'd say. I can still feel the bait here, unless it's turned into another bonito. But he's not really putting up much of a fight. I would say we've still got our livey. He looks a bit beat up though. He looks like something's given him a crush. So what we might do... We'll switch hook positions, but he's not looking too flash. So it looks like something has had a go at him. Yeah. We could always put that big, should we put that big slimy on and just see what happens? This guy is still swimming along, so him out and we'll see. Hey, do you just chuck a treble out the end? Yeah, I'm pretty much just running, like I've been doing it for years now, but pretty much just having like single strand wire to a treble. I used to use, like another bit of wire to another treble, and I just have one holding hook up the front. We've had various different ways to do it. But when it comes to, look, if I'm doing something where there's still could be mackerel around, like less chance today, but when there's mackerel still around or a chance of toothy kind of critters, I'll keep wire on. If not, I could switch to literally just a circle hook and just stick a leader. But yeah, no, you'd be surprised how many times I still get the fish with just a treble, like literally just a treble, and I sort of up the size of the treble so the gape of the hook is bigger. But yeah, look, I still get plenty of fish on it, and if I just pin behind the back or through the nostrils, the fish tends to swim better as well and stay lively better and be healthier for longer. Whereas if I'm putting more hooks in, especially at the putting little stingers in the back, it tends to blow. And even especially with the troll cam, I've seen it happen. They start to blow out because it twists them to the side, so they don't swim for as long, or they blow out and things like that. So there's a lot of reasons why I do it. It's not just by luck. I've decided that that's sort of my go-to now. And it's simple. And if I get sharks and things like that, I lose less gear and I ruin less gear. So there's a lot of benefits to it. And yes, I might lose the odd fish, but that's the trade-off, isn't it? Yeah. So unless Stablecraft offers you a new boat, stick with your awesome blue boat. Yeah, well that's it, exactly. No, unless someone could help me out with that other boat, there's zero chance of me being able to afford like that orange boat I was sitting on at this boat show. The ticket price on that boat was like $150,000. It's not even in this, not in this lifetime, mate. Yeah, I'm not that guy, unfortunately. So it would be, yeah, look, it'd have to be with help. Or some kind of deal where we could work it out. But I don't think there's many people out there that could sell as many as I, you know what I mean? There's not as many guys out there that I think are probably as suitable and can show off that boat to as bigger audience as I got, and do it in an authentic way that actually makes sense. Like it's the kind of boat that I could actually use properly. Whereas, you know what I mean? So I think if they want someone to show that boat off to both US and Australia market, I'm their guy. But it's not always easy to convince people that. And it is an expensive boat, so it's one of those things, but I wouldn't say no either, because it does look like a very nice boat. I wasn't sold on it until I sat in it in Sydney, and I was like, oh okay, I get it now. It was pretty cool. Walking through that centre bit, that was pretty cool, which you can't do on just about every other sort of bigger trailer boat. They've all got this hard cabin, and you can try and pop out through the side, or the sides. You can walk around the sides, but that's always a little dangerous, in rough weather. But how many times do you get to the ramp and want to run around the side and be able to get access to the front of the boat? Like every time. So I'm always a bit puzzled that they don't put more time into having a boat that has that front access, like easy front access. And like a lot of the time I'd be launching it by myself, so you need that front access, man. Like a lot of the time I guess guys are launching with one or two people, or two or three people, so they've got someone that can just jump up the front. It's a lot less workable unless I've got that front access. I'm talking about on Instagram, I put a photo up of me at the boat show, and I was sitting in that new, it's the 2050 Trekker. It's a Stablecraft. It's like a big version of my boat, but with like a sort of some cabin options. Yeah. It's a pipe dream though. It's not, I don't think that's, yeah. It's not on the cards. I didn't put it up there because it was going to happen. I was just dreaming, basically. Oh, did I see you at the boat show? Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, no, I think I checked out your channel as well. No, thanks for coming and saying hi. Alright. We were fishing for snapper, weren't we? Jasmine, I saw him catch about a 25 kilo tuna. That's my best, I guess. I think there's a different conversation going on there. Cool. That looks maybe like it's got a drop of that. Drop on that. We're in shallow water now. We're only 12 metres, so could even just cast ahead and do a little bit of flicking around. Yeah, water is not clear at all. Very, very murky and green. There's definitely something having to go at the bait. It's probably very small. There's tiny peckers down there somewhere. We'll see if we can catch one still. Something's definitely nibbling on the bait. But it is tiny. Whatever it is. He's hoping this livey doesn't get stuck on the bottom. What did that say? Hurry up. Hurry up and catch something. I'm sorry. This live stream. Well, we caught something, didn't we? Let's just cast ahead and we'll have a little bounce over some of this stuff. Sorry guys, yeah, if I'm taking too long. Is it not a public holiday in Queensland, or is I think just maybe it's just Gold Coast? It's a public holiday today, so there's no rush. That's why there's a couple of boats out today, I think. Big baits. Oh! So there's a bonito or something just had a go at it on the way in here. Let's just burn it in a bit and we'll see if we can get some attention. We'll let it sink and then we'll just burn it back through. Oh! There we go. Right at the boat. Oh, he's getting stuck on the... Come on. He was close enough to grab, but he's very excited, that's for sure. Very green. Whee! Another bonnie, slightly bigger than the last one. Yeah, no, he came in hot, but definitely wanted that lure. But there's obviously a big pack of them. So that's dinner. We got 2 bonnies. That's good. That's a nice baked meal or a nice sashimi. Might just make sure that this guy's not sitting on the bottom here. That live bait's gone anyway. Yeah, nothing wrong with the bonito, mate. I love a bonito, so we're happy. I reckon you could probably catch quite a few of those if that was what you were after. But I think 2's probably bad, right? We don't need too many. We'll rip the plastic off, but not the actual jig. No. Good, there we go. Okay, so we'll quickly put him out of his misery. Bleeding him out a little bit as well. Yeah, that's cool. That's a good looking little fish. And they are actually good eaters. There would have been a time where, you know, like in Sydney, a couple of those is a pretty good day. You know, we can do better, but it's funny, you move up here and people like, it's like, oh yeah, that's just good troll bait. But yeah, watch those hooks. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm going to just to try, and because the film festival takes so much time, I'm going to make sure because I filmed the whole thing, like the whole trip, like I would a normal kind of video as well. So I do have like, I reckon I could remake the actual film festival trip into just a regular kind of trip that I'd normally put on YouTube as well, which I think I'm going to do. One, because a lot of people that didn't sort of see it as the film, it's a pity that people wouldn't have seen it as the film festival film, because I think it's worth seeing in that form. But if they didn't, I still would like to be able to show what happened and all of that. And you know, good hook in the hand video always does well as well, so that'll be a cool cool thing to show, I guess. And yeah, it'll basically show off the I wonder if we just cast that hook around, you'd get a hit. If they're that fired up, let's just burn that hook through for a second, see what happens. If not, we'll put this little jerk shad on. Because I can see, like, there's ripples here and there. It's like they're hitting the surface. No followers. Well, not quite the snapper we were here for, but still a bit of fun. Let's get this back here. Dropping the bait. Here we go. All right. Still got people watching. Gone quiet, haven't I? Love the OG pen visor, mate. Yeah, it's nice to get one back as well. Yeah, I see in the US and stuff, plenty of people wear visors, so it's fine. But in Australia, there's not as many people getting around with the visors. So for me to get my hands on the ones that I want, I've either got to order them myself from the US, or the guys from the Australian pen office need to order them. And I've convinced them finally to get some in, but yeah, nah, it's not as easy to get them in Australia. Unless you order them online, you know, but I would have liked to have thought that the guys could send me some. Which they did. Only took a couple of years. But yeah. Here we go. Okay, slightly different. Target species, well, I guess the target species would be snapper if I was concentrating on it, but we seem to we got distracted with a little bit of bonito action, which is still cool. Yeah, let's try and actually catch a snapper though. That would be cool. And if we get distracted by another bonito, that's fine as well, I guess. But I probably won't keep any more bonnies. Zoom out. Let's try and find some better marks here. Okay, Rod, cheers from Hawaii. See, I'd love to get over to Hawaii. Love the film, by the way. Cheers. Thanks, Ryan. No, awesome that you jumped on, man. Marlin sleigh rye. Yeah. You never know. It's possible. The baby blacks will actually start firing up. I like every time I've got a new boat, I usually take that new boat up to that side of Fraser and do the baby black marlin run. But last time when I got the boat, I actually missed we were just a bit too late for the season. So I've never did the baby black marlin run in the blue boat. So I'd love to do that this year, and we're getting closer to the time where it all happens. So that could be definitely on the cards, I think. But we'll see. Okay. So we don't have a live bait on now, so I can just go for it. We can paddle a bit faster. Yeah, water's real green. It's sort of clear but green. It's not milky or anything, but it's not what it's not the water you're really hoping to see. Hook is reeled up. What do you mean? Oh, the live bait hook? Yeah, no, that is wrapped up for now. Let's see if we can find the edge of the northern edge, and we'll see where it drops off. We'll see if we can find a snapper to drop on. Oh, bait. I do have one. I've got that one big slimy mackerel. It's a bit oversized though. I guess we could put it on. Do we put it on? I guess we could put it on. I'll put it on. You never know. All right. So that's a bigger slimy. We'll float him out the back and we'll see what happens. You never know. World's biggest Spanish could be just cruising around. There's nothing going on. Yeah, I'd prefer not to get a shark. Big snapper would be nice. I've definitely had, not so much on slimies, but I've definitely had some good sessions with big snapper on yakas. Like, like some good, just show maybe, well, I never got a proper measure on them because some of them I let go, but yeah, we're talking. Whoa! He's out of here. Okay, well, he's running up that way. I better just turn around. Get away. Just don't want him to get caught around my rudder. Well, you never know what could happen there. Why don't I use tail hook as well? Well, I literally just talked about that just before. So if you want to, at some point if you do, you go back. There's a whole explanation about why I sort of do it the way I do it. But look, there's times where I do use more hooks. And obviously I definitely do when it comes to dead baiting and things like that. Whoa! Oh, I think he just got taken. Slight drag pull and then big bend for a second, then went and that was it. I think he's gone. Bummer. Well, he definitely attracted some attention. Yeah, he's gone, I'd say. Bummer. Jeez. Oh, well, we could always try and catch a few more liveys. That was pretty exciting for a split second. That's the best bait as well, like slimies. Zunk. See, and that's why I needed that tail hook, huh? Yeah, might have got the hook up in that case. But there's pros and cons to it, and sometimes, yeah. Like I wonder what took him there, and that was pretty decent fish to want to just grab it like that. All right. Well, if we come across another thing of live bait, I'll grab one. Jeez, it didn't last long, did it? Yeah, I'll go back. I think I missed a thing here. Oh, Wade. Hey, how you going, mate? Thanks for always supporting the channel, mate. That slimy's screaming, eat me. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of movement. He didn't do himself any favours. Swifty. It's getting swifty. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know. Is that a new membership, is it? So, yeah, so there's a green thing that comes up, yeah, for new members when they make a comment. So that's interesting. So thanks for jumping on board if that is the case. I'm still getting my head around what's going on there, but yeah. Yeah, no, that slimy, he was running like crazy as well. So he definitely would have been attracting some attention. All right. Well, if we do, we'll paddle back over the shallower part of the reef, and if we find some bait on the edge there, we'll definitely try and see if we can grab another one. Probably should have grabbed a few more then, shouldn't I? In the morning. Plug the film rod. Yeah, well, if you haven't seen it already, like I did enter this film festival, like definitely if you're still on the sidelines as to whether you pay the $5, or in the US it's probably more like $3. Yeah, please jump on board. Or like even just if you just watch my video and a handful of the others, I think you'd probably get your money's worth, and then you can just cancel it. But make sure you vote as well. Like yeah, look, I don't like plugging it too hard. I think I did put I've never really done such a like direct approach, like video, just asking for people for help. But I'm glad I did, because it was amazing to see just how many people jumped on and helped me out. So thank you so much for guys that did jump on. And I think the film's worth a watch. You know what I mean? If you sort of umming and ahhing and thinking, oh, is it going to be worth sort of tuning in? I think my video is at least worth the watch. You know, for $3 or $5, and then yeah, just cancel your subscription basically. But please do vote. Make sure you vote first. But yeah, hopefully we do well. Like, I think, not much, buddy, but kind regards. That's all right. Fantastic film. Jump on board. Cheers, guys. The shark is stalking me. Yeah. He's not stalking me. Stalking my baits. Hang on. Maybe that's not live bait. Imagine if a big shark did come and just like pop me off the kayak. Be one hell of a live stream. Let's see. This could be bait. GoPro start recording. Oh. You should see on the sounder there's like You'd think you'd hands down be getting bait, like right now. What's going on down there? I know, how nice is it? It was meant to be like, and when I first got down in the morning, I was like, oh man, the winds is already picking up. I'm not going to be able to do this live stream. It's turned out to be a cracker so far. It is meant to get windier. But it's fine for now, isn't it? This school of bait's rubbish. It's not happening. Let's move on. I know where I can get bait. I'm going back to my spot. It looks like all the boats have left anyway. So I'm going to go paddle back over to my my favoured spot. I just finished a long day of college. Been fishing only once, but nice to see the videos. Cheers. Thank you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Is this North New South Wales? Yeah, it's pretty much about as north of New South Wales as you can get. Before it turns into Queensland. I do have some metal jigs today. Actually, I bought a few, but they'd be perfect for those bonnies. California wishes me luck fishing. Cheers, man. How's all those tuna everyone's been getting over there? That looks pretty darn exciting. Going slow over this section. See if we can find a mark to drop on. Get some big bass. Oh man, there's there's lots of things I'd like to do in the US. Like the whole trip was meant to be like, yeah, do a bit of the Keys. The boat was, there was even a option to go over to like the Bimini Islands. There was so many things I was going to do, and then I'd love to, I'd love to get a redfish. I wanted to get a snook when I was down in Florida, but I think I saw something on the spear. Like literally, I had my spear gun out, and I was just looking for mangrove snapper and that, and like some snook came past. And literally, they came so close, and it's like they knew it was close season, and I wasn't allowed to spear them there. But they came so close that you hear it in, like, I think I put a thing on Instagram. You hear the tip of my spear scrape against his scales. So that's how close, like the snook, these big snook just came cruising past. I was like, man, how do they know that I'm not allowed? But yeah, no, I'd love to have another crack at that. Love to get a nice redfish. Some of those look pretty cool. There was even like maybe off the rigs off Texas, or maybe jumping in and seeing if we could get a cobia or something off the rigs. There were so many things I wanted to try, and then unfortunately we didn't get to do any of them. I've never caught a dewfish. No, is that how you pronounce it? Even like in WA, I've seen them though. Interesting looking fish. I'd definitely like to give that a go. Yeah, I think Western Australia, if I did win that prize for the film festival, I think I could dedicate a little bit of money to that. That would be a pretty good trip, I think. And I think a reasonable trip that's not too, like, you know what I mean, just not blowing all the money on nothing kind of thing. Yeah, to get over to WA in some form, that would be cool. Would be cool to hook up with Giddo. It'd be cool to like go all the way up to that Nigaloo coast and just go like that reef straight off the beach. It's just amazing, isn't it? It looks pretty. It's pretty cool spot. And I've got a mate up there, Dave, who's got some kayaks, so we could go out there and and meet up with him and try and catch some big, like he's Mackie Dave, I think is what he's called over there, and see if we can catch some of those giant Spanish that they're always getting. All right, so we're getting to that edge where I usually favour my snapper fishing, and there's usually bait, and there's definitely something on the sounder all of a sudden, so let's just drop down. Something just jumped over there. I think there's a big bait school getting around. There's something right there. It's literally falling through a big line of something. See if it screams off. There's something little jumping behind me. We'll see if we can cast it over to it. Probably a little Mac tuna or bonito. Yeah, let's find some snapper marks. Oh, that's right. We were meant to be catching live bait as well, which it does look like that could be live as well. So we'll drop it down on it. Any communication with Nev? Nev seems like a cool dude, doesn't he? Look, I've said like just a hello, or maybe on a comment on Instagram or something, but I've never had a proper conversation with him or anything. But he seems like a pretty cool dude, doesn't he? Bit of an up and coming. Well, he's been at it for a while, but his channel's getting some gains, especially since he started to do. Well, we got some bait here. Those flathead drone shots and that. Oh, did I lose him? Oh no. Oh, jeez. Well, we wanted bait and we got it. Just yuccas, but we got like 3. So the real trick is just not getting tangled here. Oh, he's made a bit of a mess of the jig. That's alright. Alright, we're back on point with a couple of baits. We might do that one more time. We have messed our jig up a bit. Oh, that's pretty good actually. We're back on. There we go. Alright. I will pay for the PT if I pass the watch vote. Yeah, look man, that's alright, don't worry. That's fine. I appreciate just, any of the support through the channel. I understand that not everyone's going to be in a position to, to pay, so that's fine. Don't worry. Thank you for always just tuning in and watching the videos. definitely yakkers down there. So a couple more yakkers. Ah! Alright, so what did we get? We got about 5 baits there. That probably will do us. Can always try and get more if we need to. So I guess we quickly whack one on and then we'll take it from there. Hopefully we get another big... I guess back there seemed like to be a good spot to drop your livey, didn't it? But there's some big risers just where I am that definitely usually produce a big fish or two, so we'll just pop them out here. No. This is a good sized yakker as well, not too big, so more chance of the hooks being in the right spot when they get grabbed. Hard yakker. What's the last day to vote? So the last day to vote is the 7th of September, or maybe the 6th of September. I think the winner's announcement is on the 7th. So yeah, 6th or 7th of September. Let's just call it the 6th to be safe. All right, we've got a livey out again. Everyone's gone in, I think. Am I able to see how many votes? No, unfortunately. that would be great, wouldn't it? Loosen the drag more, you reckon? It's pretty loose. Like it's pretty loose. Oh, I guess we could go a little bit more. Something just came and tried to grab the bait halfway down. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, look, they're trying to grab it. What was that? Probably just those bonnies. But you can see my bait going down, and then all of a sudden it gets mobbed by a group of fish of some sort. See if it makes it to the bottom this time. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but there's a whale like right behind me. See if we can get something on the way up. No. If you'd be able to stream the sonar on the side of the video. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Like I can pull the camera off and show you, but then sometimes the suction cup doesn't go back on easy, and so I'm reluctant to just rip it off right this very second. But I can. If something interesting happens again, I'll show you, okay? Any other prize money for second? I think think second is 20,000, so it's still pretty good. But I'd prefer to be 70,000. It's a lot more, but look, anything would be amazing. You know, come what may. But look, one good thing about it coming second is like I did it all myself. So if I come second, I still get probably as much as a lot of the guys that did it and if they got first. Most of them have editors and at least 2 team members, so, and maybe even a cameraman. So they have to split that like 3 or 4 ways, whereas I just get to keep it all myself for the family. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's dropped down. It should pick up again. Hopefully the service jumps back up. We're not too far. I haven't gone any further than I was before, so hopefully it'll just fix itself. Any fish there, mate? Oh, I've got a couple of bonito. Missed a good snapper hit at the very beginning, which is a bit of a bummer. And we got a big hit on one of the slimies we put out, but unfortunately it didn't stick. That was exciting for a split second. If I get my act together, hopefully there'll be a movie coming out tomorrow with the start of that trip. So those bonnies are definitely still around, aren't they? I'd say this is Bonnie. Bigger one though, maybe. We're just putting a bit more effort in. Maybe it's a Mac tuna. It's definitely got a bit more go. As long as he doesn't pull me back through my livey. Ooh. That's why. Okay. Whee! All right. So this is why he was putting in a bit more of a show for himself, because he's a Mac tuna. Oh, that worked out well. So we'll let this guy go. Seems as we've got the 2 bonnies. But look at the difference. He's not much bigger, but just the power that these guys have compared to, say, a bonnie, it's next level, isn't it? And this guy isn't a big one. This guy's only little. Yes, we could put him on as a bait if I was a bit more prepped up for it, but I'd be asking for trouble with him, I'd say. Shark bait. Definitely could get a big Spanish on him, but yeah, like how much more power did he have for the size ratio kind of thing compared to the bonnies, eh? Just powerhouses. So you just grab that on the way through. Pretty impressive little fish. They're not as good at eating. Like one that size is good actually for sashimi. Eating raw, quite delicious still. But a lot more blood, a lot redder meat. Probably not. I'd probably say I'd prefer bonito if I'm eating even a sashimi. But I'll take one every now and then. But there's no need to take him today because I've got I've got the bonnies already. Yep. Oh, there's a whale right in front now. A couple of them actually. Alright, we're still looking at these snapper marks. I am still looking for them, just so you know. Hey Rod, love your freediving stuff. One thing that sticks out for me, although it seems to be doing it solo. Yeah, I know it's I very rarely go too hard on. Oh, I'm not sure if I did something then. The screen's freaking out. I think I might have deleted someone's comments. Sorry, because my wet hands have freaked the screen out. But sorry about deleting it. But yeah, no, I'm very well aware of the shallow water blackout kind of being an issue. I very rarely push myself or go deep when I'm by myself. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm very rarely going anything past like about 8 meters. But yeah, I do know that I am very, very aware of it, and I know that there is always a risk, but it's also, you know, like, it's a calculated risk, and I've done it, you know, all my life sort of like that, you know, so, you know, oh, geez. Yeah, let's see where they come up. Let's turn around this way, because they're right there. I'll see if I can flip this camera, because the whales are literally right in front of me now. I'm just turning to face them. Are they going to come up? I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the big swirls in front of me. That's them. They're like literally right there. But they're not coming up. Yep. Yeah, I'll turn it back. Cheers, Mark. You keep plugging the film festival. No, thank you. Yeah, hey, yeah, hit the likes, guys. It'll just boost it up again. Thank you for mentioning it. It's always good. You zoomed us in a little bit, did I? I'll try when my hands dry a little bit. I'll try and zoom in. Where's the driest part of my jacket? I'll try. This might not work. Okay, no, maybe that might have got a little bit back. I think maybe that did get a bit back. Oh, so the whales are there. Is that better? All right, catch one, eh? The sun is glaring. Yeah, I'll turn in a sec. It's just the angle. When did I realise this would be my career? Is it a career? At no point did I set out to. Like, it's weird how these days a lot of people, they set out with the intention to make like a YouTube channel that's successful and to become popular, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Whereas I didn't do that. Like, I was literally a bit of an early adopter that was literally, I think I'd moved up, like I've always fished and things like that. I had a background in graphic design, so I had the programs to edit stuff, but I didn't really have anything in particular to edit. And then I moved up to Queensland and I realised spearing was getting a bit more difficult because I didn't really know anyone up here, and I was paddling all the way out to actually out to this reef, not quite as far as here, but I was looking back and thinking, this is stupid. Like, I'm swimming all the way out here, like a K out by myself. And then I saw some guys setting up in these cool kayaks, and I was like, man, I should get a kayak. And I just happened to go get a kayak, and I took it out into my local up at Palm Beach Reef, and I just happened to get onto like a nice spotted mackerel and got lucky, and I was hooked. From that point on, I was like, oh, I don't even need to get in the water. I can just fish from the kayak. And then I saw all these guys in these really fancy like stealth kayaks, these like the ones I'm on now. And I was like, oh man, I got to get me one of them. So then I had turntables, right? When I moved from Sydney, a few people have mentioned that they saw the records in the back of my house. And all those records I used to play out in, you know, a few bars and clubs and stuff. And I sold my turntables and I bought my first fishing kayak, my first South African fishing ski with that money. So that was pretty cool. It was a good investment at the time. It seemed like the logical thing. And then there was always forums, right? All these forums that had guys before Facebook groups just took over and completely like got rid of the forums and just outpaced them. You used to be able to go on the forums and there'd be a whole bunch of like-minded people, and I was learning how to sort of be a better kayak fisherman. And what happened is there's a trip report section in the forums, and a few people had just started to do like video trip reports. And so I was like, oh man, I've always wanted a reason to edit some film footage. So I was like, oh, I'll go get myself a GoPro. Or I think I had just a phone case and I had my iPhone in the case, and I just started making the odd video like for the forums, and that's how my YouTube channel started. So Rocket Kit, the name, is actually from my graphic design days, because it used to be Rocket Kit was my freelance design business, and so it was Rocket Kit Design a Nice Person's Club was the slogan or the tagline for it. And then, so that's how that sort of all came about. So I literally was just fumbling along, uploading on the forums, doing trip reports. And that's where my whole YouTube channel sort of grew from. So it had very little to do with, intentionally going out and trying to become popular on YouTube. It basically was me just uploading for mates and just trying to show the guys in the forum that I could do it too, and that I could get my odd fish. And you go through this weird kind of... A guy made a funny comment on Instagram just the other day. It's like saying, oh, I used to do that and I've caught more fish than you'll ever catch or something. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But it's funny how you go through these stages of being a fisherman, where initially you're just learning, and then after a while you want to prove to everyone that you can catch lots of fish, okay? So you go through this stage of putting the trip reports up, showing, oh, look, fish after fish, I'm doing really well. Look, everyone, I can do it. And you go through this stage of just wanting to show the biggest and best and the most fish. And then now I've passed that, I think now, and it's like, well, now the camera changes as well, because even if I catch a fish and I let it go, I can still show people that I caught it. So that even lessens it for me now. To the drive to catch lots of fish is just not there anymore. Hey, look, we all love catching a good fish and bringing a couple home. But if I've got a couple for home and we've got enough to eat, and the fact that I can kind of fish regularly now as well, so if I've got enough to eat, I'm not that driven to catch heaps, as long as I've got enough to eat and it's a good one. But it's funny how, there's these different phases of, it's a natural inbuilt thing in humans, to want to show off or to outdo someone as well. So it's amazing how, you go through this funny thing, this stage of where you want to just show, especially in those trip reports, I was wanting to show everyone that I could do it and I was catching lots. But now we're past that now. Now it's turned into something else, because now I'm out here talking to myself on camera. It's a bizarre thing. I remember the first live stream I did, I was doing that Snapper Classic, or that Snapper Comp, the Dave Irvine Snapper Comp down in Coffs Harbour. And I was like, man, I wonder if I could just do like a live feed. I wonder if the live feed would work on the kayak, you know what I mean? And I gave it a crack. Very nervous. Geez, I was nervous. I think I got a fish. I don't know. Or did I not get a fish? I don't know. Maybe we caught one snapper or something on it. More snapper than today. But yeah, I don't know if I ever approached it like a career. Now I obviously have to approach it a bit more seriously in regards of just making sure I get content up regularly and all of that. But yeah, no, it's definitely turned into something that I didn't sort of expect. And now I'm rolling with it, obviously, you know what I mean? I want it to be successful, and there was definitely a turning point. I think I've told this before, but there was definitely a turning point where I started doing more camping. Come on, go off. Love to get a hit right now. We're on a mark. I can't believe I didn't get hit. But yeah, there was definitely a turning point where I started doing more camping and just island videos. Started to get out. I had a boat that could get me to the islands as well. So that was definitely a turning point for the channel. And then I think what happened is I had this random thumbnail that I took, and it was me holding the fillets in one hand and a knife in the other hand, and I was looking at it was the second part of like an island series, and I was like, man, that video looks like it's got everything in the analytics to suggest that it should be a good video and do well, but it just didn't go off. And I was like, man, I'll just try and see if anyone likes this new style thumbnail that was sort of just an afterthought on the island. And as soon as I put it up, you could see like every day it doubled in views and doubled in views. And I was like, man, here we go, something's going on here. And then it got up to like, it was chucking along at like 10,000 views an hour at one point. I was like, oh wow, this is crazy. And then literally like a week after the video was popping off, I think like a week after, everyone got locked down for COVID, like when that was a thing. So it was like the perfect storm for my channel, where there was contact like on outdoorsy kind of content that people just wanted to forget their troubles with what was going on, and they were all at home ready to watch something like that. And I just happened to have a video popping off at the same time. So yeah, that was definitely a turning point for the channel as well. Sorry, I'm waffling on a little bit. If you're after Misty conversation, I go through the whole sailboat discussion. I don't know, it was at least an hour ago. If you're interested, if you want to get a catch up, I will do a proper video at some point soon. Scuba's illegal in Australia. You're not allowed to use breathing apparatus to spearfish in Australia, so not something we'll do here. But I'd like to do scuba. I've never actually done it. Yeah, there's a big talk on Misty earlier on if you want to hear more about the sailboat. Tutorials. Look, I'm not overly interested in uploading heaps of like serious tutorials. I know long term that's a good strategy for a channel in regards of that's like evergreen kind of content, which is good. Look, it's not that I'm not interested in it. Like, I do talk a lot about, say, how I'm fishing throughout the videos, and I think if you watch regularly, hopefully you do pick up things. Look, I probably should do a few more tutorial-y kind of things. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, yeah. Every now and then I slip one in here and there. Black marlin hookup and fight was legend. Oh, on the kayak? I've had a couple of hookups now on the black marlins. What about videos on gear and accessories for your Land Rover? Oh, yeah. Do you know how much flack I cop for... Oh, what was that? Bug just ran into me or something. Do you know how much flack I cop for that Land Rover, like when I put a video up with it in it? Everyone seems to be under some kind of impression that car is like a super expensive fancy car. It's like that car is way less than like an equivalent year or even a little later like Land Cruiser. Like Land Cruisers are way more expensive when they get secondhand and older because everyone loves them because of that Toyota reputation. Like the reason I got that Land Rover and the Discovery in particular is because they're cheap. No one wants them anymore because when they come out they're super expensive because they're a rich person's car in that aspect, I guess, or a person that's got a decent amount of money is typically buying a Land Rover. But what happens is very quickly they become unwanted because no one wants to fix them. They're a bit more difficult to fix. Everyone's too scared of them because they get a reputation. And yeah, so all of a sudden I end up with this car that's actually quite a good four-wheel drive, but it's kind of dirt cheap because no one wants to get their hands dirty. And the real trick is you got to sort of learn how to fix parts yourself, you know what I mean? Like, my livey is just dead in the water here. So as much as everyone wants to give me flack and saying, oh, that car, you know, you must be doing all right. It's like, no, I got that car because I'm not doing all right, actually. But it's just a cheap four-wheel drive that can actually do a pretty good job at a lot of things. It's actually a great four-wheel drive. When they're working, they're actually fantastic. But you're signing yourself up to an unknown, you know what I mean, when it comes to reliability and things like that. So yeah, like I got a lot of flack showing that Land Rover saying, oh, you're doing all right, you don't need any help. And it's like, well, actually, funnily enough, that's actually the car you get when you're kind of not doing all right. The Land Cruisers, all these kitted out Land Cruisers, and Troopies, and they're the cars you do what you get when you're doing all right in Australia anyway. I don't know about other countries, but that's the fancy car. Like, you know, where like Field Days' Land Cruiser, there's absolutely no chance in hell I could afford that car. Like, not even close. But I can afford an old Discovery. So there's a reason why some of those guys like Young Bloods and Field Days get those cars. They're not cheap, man. They're lovely, but yeah, unfortunately, not in my price range at the moment. But that's fine, because you know what, my Land Rover is unreal. It's been unreal. Like, I've been servicing it myself, and I've done quite a bit now. But you know, like, obviously there's some things that are a bit above my pay grade, but it's cool because I'm learning how to fix it myself. My wife had one, or has one, but it's in at the smash repairs now, because she opened the door and in a thin street, and a guy came down real fast and just took the whole door out, like, and pushed it right into the front panel. So that's in the shop. Hopefully we'll be hearing back about what we're going to do there. So we're actually down to one car at the moment. So, but she's got the diesel version of my car, and it has been a lot less nice. So it's been a lot more work. Transmission has been an issue. There's been a lot of more issues, and it seems like the diesel version, even though it's nice to have the turbo diesel version, is definitely a little bit more prone to unreliability. Whereas mine's the petrol V6, and it's been pretty bloody unreal. So, yeah. So there. I don't know. All right, it's a lot of talking, very little fishing going on. Are we talking Subarus again, are we? I loved my Subaru. I've had a few of them. I had that Rex. I don't know if you followed the channel for long enough, you know I had a silver WRX. That was a 2008 or 9 model, I think. 9. Yeah, just when they did the next revision, which was the better revision, I think, if I remember correctly. But that car was unreal. Jeez, it was a fun car, and we did all kinds of stuff in it. Like, far out, we drove that and camped out of it when we just had Dash, and we did stuff. People couldn't believe it. They used to call it the TARDIS because we could fit so much in it. And then we had, we've had Forester. We had the Lavorg, which was the last one, which is cool. But if I'm being honest, the Lavorg, I'd had to switch to an automatic by that stage, and I think I enjoyed it a little bit less than the manual Rex. But now we're all about Land Rovers. But not new ones. We have to wait till they come into my demographic and bracket of affordability. That's funny. The WRX, the Subaru Arc. That's a funny way to put it. Geez, you think that live will go off? Yeah, touch wood, but that Land Rover has turned out to be great. So good, so much height inside as well. Like, I can move around in the cabin. I can sleep so well. Oh, that wind's starting to look. The wind has just switched to the north. It's meant to get quite windy soon. Daihatsu Feroza, mate. I had a mate that had a Feroza. Well, he didn't have a Feroza. His partner at the time, and then wife. This is Loz, the one that actually passed away to cancer and a few other things recently, about 2 years ago now. So my mate, but when we moved up to Queensland, one of my good mates invited me to come up and live with him in Queensland. And when I moved up, he had the most ridiculous car I've ever seen. What was it called? If you've ever seen a Suzuki C90 or X90 or C90, but it's possibly the most ridiculous car ever made. It's like it's like a Vitara was, but it has no back, and it's like this sort of bubble-shaped back. It was the most ridiculous car ever made. and he had that, but his partner, his wife, had the Feroza, and so he'd always steal hers and like make her drive the X90. Look, do yourself a favor and look up. I think it's X90, Suzuki X90. It's the most ridiculous car ever. You want a good laugh? All right, the wind. So it's meant to get really windy and from the north, and I can feel it's just switched straight from the north now. And everyone's gone in except me. So maybe they're onto something. I think we get one little snapper. But we've got a couple of fish. A couple of bonnies and that Mac tuna. So we might think of wrapping it up soon, but maybe we'll slowly start heading in, but we'll drop on marks on the way in. What was that? Did you get bolt cutters? Yes. I don't have bolt cutters with me. They're just not practical. They'll rust out. They're too big for the kayak. Maybe on the boat I guess I should have some, but I didn't. But we dealt with that problem, and yeah. So if you have seen the film festival film, you'll know that there's definitely we had another little issue with a hook. Big hook too. Do like to get very big hooks stuck in my hand apparently. But carrying bolt cutters around permanently is probably not that practical either. But yeah, no, they would have come in handy, that's for sure. I was being pretty careful as well. It's not like I was doing anything too foolish. Like that first big hook ages ago that I got, that was a bit reckless, I guess, in regards to trying to get the hook out of a tuna with my hands. But this next one, I was using the pliers, you know what I mean? I just got unlucky. It's just unfortunately, mother-in-law had an X90. Yeah, no, thank God. Look, not that I'm all about, everything's equal in that, but like it's definitely not a man's car, is it? Like, no offense to anyone, I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe it's a good hairdresser's car, maybe. Or so, I don't know. No, I don't know. But yeah, no, it was a funny one. Catch your Spanish. I've got a live yet. It's just not getting the love. Maybe we're just in between those bite times. It's going a bit quiet. Yeah, cars, eh? It's nice to have a nice car, but yeah, like I don't know. I'm not a hardcore car guy either. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. It's always nice. It's been nice to have a nice car at times, but I'm not all about, certainly not a status symbol or anything like that. It's nice to have a car that can do what I need it to do though at the moment, which is pretty cool. I do tend to sleep a lot in the back of the car. It's so nice to be able to just pull up and yeah, jump in the back and have a rest and then continue on the drive. Come on, give me a good mark. Yeah, no, barbless would have helped. Eventually I did manage to squash the barb down. Took a while though, like I had to work away at it for a bit. And then eventually I got it down to an area where I thought it was fine. It did come out all right in the end. It took a bit of effort to push it all the way through though. Geez, it's surprising how hard it is. It's like you sort of think it'd slide through pretty quick, considering how easy it slides into the beginning when you have your accident and it gets in there. You're like, the next part of pushing it the rest of the way through, it's amazing how tough that skin is. It really does. It requires quite a lot of force, but it also requires the hardest part. That's why everyone says, "Oh, did it hurt?" It's like it didn't hurt so much as it just requires a bit of mind over matter, because yeah, it's not as easy as you think to physically cause harm to yourself, I guess, if that makes sense. So to commit to pushing it the rest of the way through requires you to really commit to yeah, like just like, I guess it's like stepping off, say, at a bungee jump or something like that. It does require a little bit of just like, okay, we've got to do something that your body's revolting. Like your body's not allowing you to do it, but you've got to overcome that and just get the job done. Yeah. And a few times I've been in a position where I've had to do that. Yeah, it's surprising how much your mind's telling you that this is a bad idea. You don't want to be doing that. And so it actually takes a little bit of willpower to overcome it. Not getting those hits, those runs. Learned the hard way, or about hooks in the hands, or we're talking cars still. We got a couple of fish. We got a couple of bonnies, so a couple of bonito. We caught a mac tuna as well, but we let him go. And we had a nice big slimy out for a while that got hit, but he didn't stay hooked, unfortunately. But now it's getting pretty windy, so I think we might actually be thinking about wrapping it up. What is the time? It's only 8:48. What we'll do is we'll troll this guy back over the main part of the reef. Yeah, there's no lack of whales, they're everywhere. We'll take this guy, this livey, up over sort of where we got that hit, and then we'll make a call from there, I think, because I got a feeling this wind is definitely going to pick up a bit more. You know what I forgot today, which is really annoying? I forgot my wheels, so I could carry it. I just went straight off the car like I used to and carried it down. But now I've got to drag the kayak up. I'm going to have to carry it all the way back up the beach. That sucks. How far is the reef from the beach? Oh, I'm probably about 2 k's out, maybe. It starts pretty quick. This reef starts pretty quick from the shore. Like there's a bommy that sort of heads out. So you can really start fishing in after about 500 meters. Like I've had hits like right in close as well. But I'm probably on the outer-ish edge of the reef now. Yeah, maybe 2 k's at the most. Yeah, that wind's definitely picking up. You'll have to go back in the live stream about an hour or so if you want to hear more about the sailboat. I went through it all. Helicopter allowed if you had the budget. Well, we don't have the budget, all right. It would be cool though. There's definitely helicopter like fly-in trips that they do, like up north, where they'll fly into just some awesome like barramundi kind of fishery. Just where you cannot get to unless you're just flying in, and they hit it hard with like that. That'd be unreal, yeah. Not so much the dynamite though. Yeah, that wind's definitely starting to pick up. No trolling motor on this kayak, no. Trolling motor, like when it comes to surf launch, yeah, just paddle and yeah, everything's locked up safe inside. No motors, No Mirage drives. They all get ruined and ripped apart in the surf, unfortunately. So the best way to do it is just paddle and have everything sort of a nice sort of surf ski style kayak, which is just like this one basically. There's not one person left out here. Everyone's left. They all know. Imagine if we just got like a massive Spanish, like right now. That'd be something. Orange County. Hello. You're just joining now. We're literally at the tail end of it, I think. You never know. Could get a fish of a lifetime any second. But that wind is picking up. We're starting to lose momentum. You can feel it, can't you? Right, any second now it'll come up to, like, we're in about 23 meters. It should come up to about 12 meters in a second. And if there was ever going to be a big mackerel just hanging around, I reckon it'd just be on that shallow part there, just as it rises up. G'day from Victoria. How's it going? Kingscliff. G'day from Kingscliff. That's just right here. Just logged on from Palm Springs. I went to Palm Springs. That was pretty cool. So one of those sort of bucket list kind of areas that I wanted to check out. That was really cool. And then we went out to Joshua Tree. Okay, so it's rising up now. It's up 15 meters already. Yeah, it was a really nice morning. But any more plans with Taku and Jocelyn? Look. Yeah, well, yeah, no, we get in contact a fair bit. It's always nice to hear from them. Like at some point, look, if I got over to the US while they were there, it'd be great. I'd definitely meet up. But yeah, just in other countries right now, unless they decide they're going to come back back to Australia or NZ, then I'd try and meet up with them there. But you know. I'm sure at some point I'll come across and meet up with them somewhere along the lines for sure. Just bought a Disco 4-meter Discovery. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's a great move. Like, they're so portable, man, those boats, and it's surprising what you can get up to in them. I did notice that in one of those other film festival films, they had if you look closely, the little rubber ducky that they're using, that's the small one, but if you look at the other one, it's literally my boat, even down to the esky or the cooler setup and everything. It's like that's exactly the way I have mine. So I've got a feeling they may have watched my Marlin videos before before they did their video. Or film, sorry, film. It was an entertaining film though, it was good. From Jervis Bay. I'd like to get back down there again. People say that the whitest sand is Whitehaven Beach over there, but I reckon Jervis Bay has it. I reckon it's white. Oh! That plastic was just dangling in the water out the back then. Jeez. Green, talk about a green fish. Wait! I've got a bit too much drag. He's only a little fish, but he's so green because he grabbed it. All right, one more Bonnie. Just that's the last. Should we? I think we'll let this guy go though, because I've got two already. Let's use the pliers. Seems those are just sitting right there. So you just hit that soft plastic that was literally just dangling there. But yeah, he's sick. Little bullets, mate. See ya, mate. Oh, well that was a nice little bonus, wasn't it? He put up a pretty good fight. One, because I think is just so green and just so close to the boat. But he actually put in a pretty good showing for a Bonnie as well. So obviously the bonito are definitely thick over this thin part of the reef. What is that? Is this live legit? Yeah, well, it doesn't get... I don't know, it doesn't get any liver, I guess, does it? Yeah, so you just asked the question, so now I'm answering. So I guess this is the most legit live stream you're ever going to see, because like I'm out on the water dealing with other things other than... Because most live streams are, they're pretty much done at desks, aren't they? Like in a home office. Yeah. I like that big. Imagine if that big one went off now and we got a monster tuna or Spanish. That'd be cool. It's definitely still there. He's AI generated. Yeah, nah, this is, yeah. Oh, look, there's still a kayak out here. Look, there's someone out here. So there is someone silly enough to be still out here. Best live stream YouTube. Make sure, do you like the live stream? Yeah, give it a like. Yeah. It's always helpful for sure. Do you get wahoo here? Yeah, look, you can get them here. There's better spots in these areas to try and fish for them. Like if I was really going for a wahoo, I'd probably fish a bit further up the coast and further out. But yeah, absolutely. I've definitely caught them on my videos before. Wahoo is always a bit of a treat on the kayak as well, because they're just such fast running and impressive fish. Not much beats a good wahoo run. So yeah, no, it's always a bit of a treat. So we're just coming over that back end of the reef again. Oh. Definitely something having a go at him. Could just be a little bonito though, giving him a little touch up. I think he might have been taken off. Yeah, I think he's gone. Probably just a little bonnie though. No big hit, just a little bit of a jittery bait. Yeah, he got taken. Well, what do we do? Do we put another one out? We put another one out just for a bit. It's not too windy yet. Seems as we've got them. I got it zoomed. Oh, I don't think I do have it zoomed this time. Well, maybe it is a little bit. But the problem is I got wet hands. It's almost impossible to unzoom it. So it'd be nice if there was such a thing as a wide angle or wide lens for the front-facing camera. I've definitely looked into it, and it's not a thing apparently. A lot of companies make those, those clip-on lenses and stuff, but they're all for the front-facing. Well, none of them for the front-facing camera, the selfie camera. So we just got to deal with whatever the sort of the front-facing camera can do. What's that? Been playing Fortnite with the boys? Me or you have been? I had a little game with them the other day. Like, I don't know, I think their season refreshed. Now it's the Doom season, Dr. Doom, I think. So I may have had a little game or two with them. Let's see, I don't know, is it zoomed? Oh, I'm trying to unzoom. I'm pinching away, I'm pinching my heart out. I don't think it is zoomed. You watch, the next thing you know though, you get one drip on it and then all of a sudden it just zooms it straight back in. Heaps of whales today, for sure. Did Fox have fun making the lures? Yeah, no, Fox came and sanded one down. He sanded the one with the bib on it. But no, and unfortunately I didn't manage to get a fish on that one, but I think at some point we'll get something on it. But Fox is red hot on the fishing, so he's he jumped at the chance to meet the guys at Molossi, but also when I sort of suggested he'd come and help me sand one down, he was falling over himself to do it. Well, definitely something's harassing that bait. We'll just keep moving forward a bit, give him something to chase. I think he's still there. Oh, I got a feeling it's just going to be more bonito though, isn't it? That big slimy though, that was definitely not a bonito. That was something a bit bigger. No, we got just a couple more bonito, and a mac tuna. Not sure where we left off, but no monsters. But not a bad day's fishing, to be honest. Like, I'm pretty happy with a couple of cojones. But that wind is starting to pick up a little bit now. I saw, yeah, so not a lot since then. Oh, just one more bonito after that. 9 o'clock. Yeah, we'll let this go. We'll float over that part of the reef. But I've got a feeling the bonito are pretty thick through this part of the reef. Let's just let that sink for a sec. Because I've got a feeling whatever's harassing our life is most probably a bonito. I would have thought I would have got one for that. Let it sink a bit. Sorry, I thought I felt something then. Did he just get hit? Yeah, something, I felt that movement there. Might check on him. Feels like he's still there. Other rod, you reckon it was that one? Alright. But I had that in my hand, didn't I? Well, this guy has definitely had a run-in with something. Whether it was a bonnie or a squid, it definitely looks a bit squid-like, doesn't it? The way he's sort of V'd in that way, but it could be just a bonnie just gone, he's ripped out his guts. Well, there's definitely things getting around. Alright. One more? Put another one on, we've got him. To bend that wire back a bit though. One more. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. I can't catch it. Hey. You gotta just feel like, sometimes it's better just even go by feel, and you feel their heads sort of swim around past the front of your hand, and then you sort of gotta get good at getting the right touch. Oi, he's out of here. Oh, so close, mate. Oh, this guy's going off. Fair enough. Alright, we've got another one out. move away from him a bit. There has been rumours of Spanish and things getting around. Goes off. We'll stick in this this little area where the most action's happening. Seem to be losing the baits pretty steadily. Ever done drone fishing? I've never done drone fishing. Would be cool, I guess, to be able to do it from the beach. It's so nice to be able to get a bait right out there in the right zone, but still be able to fish from the shore. That would be cool. One last cartridge. Well, we're not in a rush, are we? Might as well. We kind of are in a rush actually. I do have to get back in at some point. Guy up over that shallow part of the reef again. I don't know if you can hear it, but that wind is definitely picking up a bit now. We did cover this earlier, but I do sometimes use a stinger at the back as well, but a lot of the time these days I just don't bother. Just go with the treble. I might lose the odd fish, but yeah, I think it is getting windy. It's definitely picking up. It's all ripply now, and it's pretty consistently northerly, which is not necessarily good for fishing either. Penn sponsorship needed. Well, I am actually sponsored by Penn, so but yeah, I've always been pretty open about that one. Anyone that follows the channel would probably know that by now. But I don't go on about it either. I just use the gear. Just I think like with any kind of sponsorship, I think it's about I like to let the gear speak for itself. Every now and then I'll bring attention to it, but whatever I'm using should hopefully just speak for itself. Yeah. If you can take the punishment on the kayak, then it's a good thing usually, because the kayak's pretty rough on gear. Yeah, it's definitely getting windy. What I might do is I might just start slowly heading back in, and what we'll do is we'll let the plastic out a bit as well, so if there is a big long tail getting around when we're in the running, let that out just a little, and then I'll start heading back in, because it's actually going to get, like, the wind is predicted to get real windy, so it might be a good time to slowly make our way in, and there's no reason why this livey can't go off on the way in. My son asks what type of fish I have caught. All types, mate. Well, we caught some bonito and a little mac tuna today, but we've caught wahoo, marlin, snapper was what we were originally trying to catch today, but it's out the window, isn't it? It's out the door. I don't know, what other things have we caught? Cobia, jewfish, dolphin fish and mahi-mahi. What else? Sharks, flathead, lots of inshore as well, whiting, tailor. Oh, there's so many, mate, yeah. But whatever is good to eat, and whatever we can get our hands on. Coral trout. Lots of different emperor and snapper. When are you going to do a survival catch and cook? Yeah, we should do one like a... Oh! Is that it? Oh no, it's still on. still on? I don't really want to be fighting this thing backwards. I think it's still on. Might just be another bonita. We're just getting pulled back towards it, I think. What is that? I think you just had a nice hit on it. It's actually another bonita. And there's another little fish hanging around with it. Oh look, he must have come in for a big swipe. That's why he took some drag, because we clipped him on the side. Oh, he's a nice little bonus. Nice bonus finisher. Oh, he's going off though. Alright, treble out. Alright, he's still in good shape though. Minor hook damage there, so look at him, he's sick. Alright, he might be a good one to finish up on. So I'll see you later, buddy. Way to splash the camera. But yeah, no, I think yeah, no, I've already got a couple and I've bled them well, so we'll keep those guys. We'll let him go. But yeah, that might be a good time to wrap it up, I think, because yeah, no, that could just be I think it's going to be a more bonito from this point on anyway. So we've caught enough of them today. But yeah, final thoughts on the day. Yeah, pretty reasonable actually. I think it was nice to actually catch some fish on here. And the bonito, we call them bonito here, these ones. They're not like that mac tuna that I caught before, which is, I guess, what a lot of in the US you'd call them bonita, is it? Or they bonita? I don't know. Like, it's always a bit confusing. But these guys, have kept a couple of these guys. So, but they're actually a much nicer eating fish. Well, I think they are than the mac tuna. But you know, it depends, I guess, on what you're doing with them. But yeah, look, I guess this is my last chance to plug. If you haven't, go and watch that film festival. Trust me, it's worth the $4 or $5 if you do jump on board. And yeah, show me some love, because if not for the, just do it for the channel, because hopefully if I do well and I win it, I'll definitely dedicate at least part of that money to a really good trip, whether it's Western Australia or the US. And we'll definitely do a pretty cool trip with it. And in any case, thanks so much for everyone for jumping on, yeah. Because no, it's been I'm always amazed at just how I seem to have gotten to quite a nice community of people, and it's always a pleasure, basically. Yeah. All right, we'll wrap it up and we'll head in, and I'll see you on the next one. We'll try and do another live stream soon. But yeah, and if not, I've got to get home and edit these damn videos. I've got 2 videos of the most recent trip that I still haven't quite managed to get done, so we'll do that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. See yous.